pluggers, I have a sore finger again with you. Thanks indeed for joining me for a bit of a quick lesson on a long train running by the Doobie Brothers, which I've been asked for by one of my viewers. Okay, not so easy on an acoustic, much easier on an electric. I am playing it in the same key as the Doobie Brothers, okay, which is quite high up. Okay, standard tuning, no capos. Okay, so I'm playing it in G minor, the first chord, G minor 7th, okay, which is right up on the 10th fret bar chord, and it's a minor shape but with pinky off. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this lesson is basically I'm going to show you the bits that make up the song, and another bit which you could add if you've got a second guitar, which is quite nice as well actually. Okay, so the basics of the song are this sort of funky sort of okay, that sort of thing. Okay, so basically what I'm doing there is basically I'm barring the 10th fret and I'm starting off by hammering in to that minor 7th shape. Okay, and okay, let's hammer down, up, down. Okay, and then what you do is you release the pressure of the whole thing, and you play muted. Okay, okay, and then you put the pressure back on again, and then you go and you pull off that. You go 2 down, da, 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 and then you hit it again, and you pull off those 2 fingers. Okay, so it's okay, and then we go to a C minor 7th, 8th fret bar chord with your right across the bar and your 3rd finger on the 10th fret of the 5th string, and also your pinky needs to go on the 11th fret of the 2nd string. So you've got this, okay, and you do the same sort of no sort of releasing the pressure on this one. It's, and then you go to the 6th C minor 6 shape by moving the pinky to the 10th fret on the last part of that strum. Okay, so it's, and then back to the G minor 7. Okay, so that's how it goes. So it starts off with, now this part of the song, there are several ways of playing this. I think this is probably the correct way. There are different versions of this, but I think this is the correct way. You play an E flat 7th, bar in the 6th fret with the bar, and then you add your 3rd finger to the 8th fret of the 4th string and pinky to the 8th fret of the 2nd string, and it's that's an E flat 7th, okay, and you can strum this, but with an acoustic I find it easier just to do a single strum, but with practice you can strum it, but it's not so easy to start with. So just initially, I think if you're not too au fait with doing this sort of thing, you can get all sorts of weird noises. So I think just strum it, change shapes, and then strum it. And when you're used to doing the shapes, start trying to strum it as well. I think it's probably the easiest way. Okay, so it's E flat 7th. So you do in this to start with. Let's just do a single strum, and then what you do, this is going to be tricky for some of you, I'm sure, is to move the bar, leave these 2 fingers where they are on the 8th fret, move the bar down to the 5th fret and try and cover that 5th string on the 5th fret, and then strum down, or strum down from the 5th string down to, say, the 2nd. Just the inside 4 strings. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, 5, 4, 3, 2. What am I talking about? 5, 4, 3, 2. So you end up with this first chord, down, and then bring these two down a fret to the, keeping the bar on the 5th fret, make a D7th, and these 2 fingers move to the 7th fret, and go from the 5th down to the 2nd again. So the 3 together are, and then back to the, and then there are other ways of playing it. Obviously during the verses they sometimes do this, and that's just going down to the 9th fret with a minor 7th and bringing it back up to the 10th fret. Okay, other things you can do are adding little, when you're doing the G minor 7th, you can add little pinky to the 13th fret of the 1st string. This is quite handy. He does that right at the beginning of the song. When the song actually starts on the intro, he does this. Okay, and he does that occasionally through the song as well, just adds that little pinky. So you could do the, during the verse you could go, okay, so that sort of thing. The ending of the number, he does that. They do that by going into this like they slow the intro right, the chorus right down. So, sort of thing. Okay, so basically they go after the E flat 7th, D flat 7th with added D and a D7, C minor 7th, a bar chord on the 8th fret with just a single finger on the 11th fret, 10th fret, sorry, of the 5th string, C minor 7th, okay, and then you just do a sort of hammer onto, using your 3rd finger, which is, move that down and go hammer into the 4th string on the 10th fret and play it along with the 3rd string, and then move up to the 5th string and hammer into the 10th fret of the 5th string and play the 4th string with that, and then it just goes and then back into the, so it goes to that sort of thing. That's the idea, okay. And the other thing which is quite nice, if you've got somebody, a friend who can play along with you, there's that jingly jangly bit which is going on during the, which is this bit, sort of that sort of thing. It's like a, that sort of thing underneath the, of that guitar. You can hear it goes, that sort of thing, okay, which is basically a slide from the go from the 7th fret to the 8th fret on the 4th, and then you play the 8th fret of the 2nd string, and then you go back to the 4th string, then go down to the 6th fret on the 2nd string, and back to the 4th string. So okay, and then you just basically go down to the 3rd fret and play the same shape for the 3rd fret of the 4th string, 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and you basically pluck the 3rd, 2nd string, 3rd string and 4th string. So the 3rd string's open, okay? So it's okay. I'm using my finger to do that. Okay, but you could use your pick if you're quick enough. Sounds a bit odd on its own, but if you play that with somebody going, it fits really well. Okay, so there you have it. So case of practice. Okay, so here we go. So on, okay? Sorry about the singing, but you get the idea, don't you? Thanks for watching and listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.